All right, y'all. First of many, because I read many of these, a book review on work rules, insights from inside Google that will transform how you live and lead by Laszlo Bock. So this was written in 2015, and at that time, this guy was the senior VP of people operations at Google and had been for about 10 years. So he put together this book, kind of like a framework for really anybody within the company. It's not just for leaders, people operations, head of people like Laszlo was to read from. I share it with a lot of people, and I'm certainly not someone that is leading a team right now or building a company, but I got a lot from it, and I think part of that is because I work with clients that are doing that, and it's kind of cool to peek behind the curtain of Google. So I'm just going to share a few of the lessons. This is actually inside the book cover. I did read this whole book, by the way, and just a few of the lessons that are like takeaways. So one, take away managers' power over employees. And these are all, he dives deep into them through this book, which looks big, but really it's under 400 pages. It's not bad. So take away managers' power over employees. Learn from your best employees and your worst. Hire only people who are smarter than you, no matter how long it takes to find them. That's super interesting, and also speaks to the fact of quality over quantity. Pay unfairly and why it's more fair. Don't trust your gut. Use data to predict and shape the future. That's everly more prevalent this day and age. And two more, default to open, be transparent and welcome feedback. And if you're comfortable with the amount of freedom you've given your employees, you haven't gone far enough. So a theme of just giving away the farm as far as freedom is concerned, trusting your employees and giving them autonomy to do their jobs and lead the company. Three main takeaways that I got from this book. I got a lot, but three, the first being establish this thought process or this mantra of being a founder. So stock ownership can do that. That's like a tangible thing that a lot of companies offer and isn't distinguishing. But creating this autonomy, giving and preaching this idea of you are a founder, act like an owner. Treat these customers as if they were your own. Put in your work as if, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears is that you're putting is driving towards this greater growth of the company. And I can kind of resonate with that because LinkedIn really preaches that as well. Act like an owner is one of our values. Second, being the pay, not the pay unfairly, even though that's interesting in itself, but hiring people that are smarter than you. I thought reading into that was really interesting, especially because if you're doing that at a place like Google, like how smart are these people that you're hiring, right? And a lot of these companies that are known for having some of the best of the brightest. And then the third is actually that he leaves off with like a 10 checklist playbook for things that you can start doing today that are super practical and applicable. And then actually the last, so like this would be the fourth, I guess the bonus one, how he talks about and like basically makes fun of a lot of different companies or peers that he had in different industries that would express like, yeah, but we're not Google, so we can't do those perks. We can't offer what you can. We're not as competitive as a company, and candidates automatically flock towards places like Google. But what he explains, and I'll take an example of like haircuts on site or massages on site. Those companies that offer them, massages, haircuts, whatever the case may be, they want to get in the doors of a place like Google or a place like LinkedIn or your company. And it doesn't cost you anything to make that happen because you bring them inside your doors, you give them a room to set up or a corner that's not being used or a conference room that isn't being used, let them set up, and then advertise to your employees, hey, we've gone out and set this up and have these people here Monday and Wednesday for 2 hours, or for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, whatever the case is. Those employees then don't have to spend their time getting in their car, making an appointment and going and doing it. When they're in between meetings or have a lunch break or an hour to kill, they can come take part in those services, pay out of their own pocket, not costing the company a dime. And it's creating good on so many levels, as you can tell. So again, work rules, I got a lot out of this book. I think anyone just in general from a business standpoint and working inside of company can pull a lot out of it too.